Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Somebody say, yeah. Welcome to the PT 65 Club, Pub 65 Club. Are you ready to have a good time? Say, yeah. I can hear you say yes. Put your hands together for the one, the only, the infamous, Mr. Paul Santos.
Why do I feel like Bob Barker? A new car! No, thank you very much, Chops Turner, and welcome to the Paul Santos Live Show. We're so happy to be live on your Bedford Guide, Fall River Reporter. We are coming to you from the heart of the #1 fishing port in all of America, New Bedford, Massachusetts, at the Pub 65. How about that? All right. We like to highlight the talented, the interesting, and the entertaining from our area. Tonight, this gentleman is all three of those. He's talented. He's certainly interesting. He's very entertaining. And when we were getting ready to come out, he was like, hey, where's my backstage pass? It's Evan Massoud who's going to be on the show tonight. Yeah. We have the wacky, wild comedy of Cecil Sassafras. Yeah. And we have the sidekick of the century, the co-host with kahunas, world-class vocalist and entertainer, Mr. Chops Turner. Take a bow, Chops. I'm glad that you like to pat yourself on the back of the head. I know nobody else is going to do it. Fix the curtain. We can't have a crooked curtain. All right, before we get to our guest tonight, Chops, I thought we'd get caught up in the news a little bit, you know. And this is all true stuff. This is true stuff. A woman's legal gun went off by mistake while she was checking out at Wal-Mart in Northborough, Massachusetts. True story. She has a license to carry and everything. And she had a kid with her. Imagine that, Chops, had a kid with her, you know. Well, the cops did an investigation, but our staff did their own investigation. And we got the tape and we rewound the tape back. And the last thing that the woman was saying was, when I say quiet, I mean quiet. Bah! You know, the kids, they need more discipline nowadays. I think they need more discipline, yeah. Thankfully, no one was hurt, but the millennials standing behind you got triggered.
Hey, hold that one, man. Hold that one.
High caliber. The cashier in the next aisle said, hey, you could have told me you wanted to see the manager. And worse than that, there was a creepy guy in the next aisle. He said, wow, that gun went off easy. Ooh. Whoa.
Yeah. High caliber joke.
That was definitely going on. What happened with that?
That was good. That was real good.
Well, anyway, we talked about how there was a flying saucer hovering over Route 195 last week. That's what somebody said anyway. I'm really sure I really wanted to believe it. Well, we did an investigation of that too. And it turned out on that flying saucer was a whole bunch of male adult film stars. You know that? You know what they call themselves? Extraterrestrial. Can I get a like a
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I need the drink, you know, if I don't get kind of like a drink. Hey, how many people enjoyed their Thanksgiving? Everybody have a nice Thanksgiving with their family? Yeah. Everybody got stuffed with turkey and everything? You know, I went to visit my son up in Boston, right? And he had this dog. He was watching this dog. And let's just say this dog took a liking to me, a real good liking to me. The dog kept humping my leg. I'm not kidding. The dog kept looking at him. So I was trying to pretend I didn't notice. But then after a while, I couldn't help it. I could notice the dog was doing that.
Female dog?
You know, it's interesting. It was a female dog. How did you know that? I didn't know female dogs humped you like that. You know what I was thinking? I was thinking maybe the dog identified as a male. You know, I'm modern, you know, I'm right there with her, I'm right there. I gotta tell you, Chops, give me a second. I was flattered, you know.
Yeah, you was
Dog liked me, you know. Get out of here. Nice little doggy, nice little doggy. Calm down. I know you can't help yourself there. Hey, I've heard of a lap dog, but that's ridiculous. You know, they say it's a dog eat dog world. Oh, never mind. Hey, you know, Christmas is right around the corner. Did you know that? Yeah, Christmas is right around the corner. You start shopping yet? Anybody start shopping yet? Evan's starting to shop. How about you, Chops?
Yeah.
Come on, Nicole, you got to take care of your bride over there. You know, you got to take care of your bride. Well, you know what's a big gift this year? It's the sound bar that goes under your big TV. In fact, there was one that's for sale, and it has a huge woofer. Well, I already have a huge woofer. He takes a crap every morning outside. It's a pain in the... Thank goodness for Chops. You know, this isn't really a joke. This is just an observation. You know, over the years, people will go like, hey, I'm up for that. You up for that? Yeah, I'm up for that. Hey, Evan, you up for that? Chops, you up for that? You know. Then it was like, hey, Evan, you down for that? Hey, Chops, you down? You down, Chops? You down, Chops? You down, Chops? You know what I say? We take these people, and we take the other people, and we meet halfway. No, that wasn't a joke. That was just an observation. You know, language changes. You know, language changes over the years. And, you know, I have a lot of respect for the change in language. Now, Chops, when you first went out with your wife, I went out with my wife, when you finally kissed her, right, you didn't say, excuse me, may I kiss you now? You just went to kiss her. You know, when I first kissed my wife, she said, what did you wait so long for? Because I was being so polite, and I was being such a gentleman and everything. So I said, what did you wait for? Anyway. But I know a guy, he was out in Las Vegas, and he had too much to drink. And he got gambling mixed up with his date. So he's talking to his date, and he went, feel or no feel? I'm sorry, I don't give a damn. I like that joke. I like that joke. Oh my God. All right, one last thing. A North Carolina man hit the lottery 4 days after he was married. Imagine that. Wow. 4 days after he married. Wow. By coincidence, it was 4 days before the annulment. It was 4 days on this side, 4 days on that side. And one last thing, Chops, come on over. Can you take one more? Yeah. You can take one more? No. We don't want to kill anybody here. President Biden, he landed in Nantucket. Did you see that? He landed in Nantucket, and the state police had to provide some extra detail, you know? So somebody went up to President Biden. They said, hey, welcome to Nantucket. He said, me tucking? No, you tucking. What are you talking about? Tucking? You tucking. You didn't understand what they were saying. Anyway. All right. You think it's easy writing one of these every week?
Nope.
Well, anyway, welcome to the show. We're so happy that you're here tonight. It seems like everybody's in a good mood. As we said, we have Evan, we have world-class vocalist and entertainer, Chops Turner. And we would also like to thank our sponsors. We have sponsors, right? Up until tonight we did, I know that. So far, we're hoping that we have sponsors.
Did you write that joke too?
I know. Every week we say, please stay. Oh, by the way, we have the craziness of Jim Casey. We might have the craziness of Jim Casey later. And we have Cecil Sassafras. All right, well, let's get to our guests. But first, we'd like to thank J&J Materials. You know J&J Materials? Yeah. John Ferrara. And the leading supplier of landscaping and masonry products in both Rhode Island and Southeastern Massachusetts. They're located at 71 Fall River Avenue, Rehoboth. And if you want more information, you can go to jjmaterials.com. All right, Chops, come on. You ready? Come on, are we ready for the guests now?
Yeah, we're ready, man.
Yeah, you ready for that? Was that a good warm-up for you?
That's a good one. Great one, man. I thought that was great, man.
Nothing like a yes man over here. You know, how about this? The summer wind came rolling in from across the sea. All right, never mind that. All right, it's time for the real entertainment portion of our show. Ladies and gentlemen, here's a great sportscaster out there at Front. Hey, who's here from Front TV? That's Front TV's here tonight. Yeah, all right. Fall River Educational Television. Now I'm going to sing right now, ladies and gentlemen. He sings. He's a sports announcer. He's multi-talented. Put your hands together for Evan Massoud. There's Evan Massoud. There he is.
Good evening. Got a call from an old friend, we used to be real close. Said he couldn't go on the American way. Closed the shop, sold the house, bought a ticket to the West Coast. Now he gives him the stand-up routine in LA. I don't need to worry for me, 'cause I'm alright. I don't want you to tell me it's time to come home. I don't care what you say anymore, this is my life. Go ahead with your own life, leave me alone. I never said you had to offer me a second chance. I never said I was a victim of circumstance. And I still belong. Don't get me wrong. You can speak your mind, but not on my time. They will tell you you can't sleep alone in a strange place. Then they'll tell you you can't sleep with somebody else. Oh, but sooner or later you sleep in your own space. Either way, it's okay, you wake up with yourself. I don't need you to worry for me, 'cause I'm alright. I don't want you to tell me it's time to come home. I don't care what you say anymore, this is my life. Go ahead with your own life, leave me alone. I never said you had to offer me a second chance. I never said I was a victim of circumstance. No, and I still belong. Don't get me wrong. You can speak your mind, but not on my time. I don't care what you say anymore, this is my life. Go ahead with your own life, leave me alone. Oh, it's my life. Go on and keep it to yourself. Oh, it's my life. Thank you.
Yes, Evan Massoud, come on down. Come on down, Evan Massoud. Here he comes. There he is. Ah, yeah, got a good look at the got a good look at the floor right there. I'll tell you right now. Ah, yes. Ah, yes. You're a TV guy, right? Well, you still can, you know. You want to go tell you, ladies and gentlemen, It's Evan Massoud. Hey! Okay, it's a new car. All right, never mind that.
Oh, I got one in May. So I already got one in May. So that's already been done. But you want a new piano? That's 5 years old. So the car's newer.
All right, so, look at that big smile, Evan. Come on over here. That's a big smile right over there. This guy's a real he's made for television.
Yeah. Well, we did a game together, so you should know firsthand, right? So.
Yeah, that's right. Over at Dartmouth Community Media, I had the great pleasure of announcing a football game with Evan Massoud. But I've seen you do games many times, and I know you've bumped into my games, but we never actually met before. It's kind of a weird thing, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, because you messaged me back in March, or back probably January or so, right, about doing this, and you were virtual, and I still didn't get an answer how you found out I sang, but at least you knew I did the TV thing, so it was nice to do a game this fall. Let's just say that. Hopefully we can do some hockey in the winter. That would be fun too.
You know how I knew you sang is because when I was scrolling through social media, you had a picture of yourself sitting behind that keyboard.
Oh, well, there we go. Okay. I didn't know if you had heard.
You were showing off.
Pam was putting a bug in your ear. I don't know. I wasn't sure. So.
The thing I noticed is when you were on virtually, you had a whole bunch of Fall River people over there, Fred. They were all supporting you. That was great. I thought to myself, I got to get this guy back. Like the show's only as good as the guests. You know what I mean?
Thank you. Yeah, I know they're watching tonight too. So hello everybody.
Fall River?
Oh yeah.
You're out there on the Riv. Hey, what's up? How's that Braga Bridge out there? Everything good out there? Okay. Anyway, so how did you end up doing the singing thing?
The singing thing, I don't know. My parents will tell you I've been singing forever. The piano thing came later. The singing never had like professional training, but the piano I took lessons because I started playing by ear. Seriously, like on a keyboard, and I'd start playing notes and it sounds like a song. So I keep putting stuff together. I didn't know what I was doing, but it was music. So we got lessons for that. And but the singing thing, I mean, I've always sang, to be honest with you. I can't remember when I didn't.
Well, the funny thing is, as you get older, you do a bucket list kind of thing, Yeah. So, like, my wife wants to go to Hawaii, so that's a good bucket list thing. One of my bucket list things was a show. So you see, well, one of them was to learn how to sing, right? So I did go to a voice coach and try to learn how to sing. It's not easy. I mean, it was terrible. I figured, well, I get a few tweaks here and there. Forget it. It's hard. You got to practice.
Yeah, you do have to practice. And you kind of got to, for someone who doesn't have professional training, you kind of got to know your limitations. So I know my limitations. I know what I can and cannot do, and I try not to push it because you don't want to strain, stuff like that. So yesterday I was at the Patriots game, and it was very difficult to sit there on third down like this and be quiet because I knew I had to come on the Paul Santos show tonight. So.
Oh, thank you very much for saving your vocal cords. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Well, we say we're from the #1 fishing port in America, which we are. We're only about a half an hour from Foxborough, baby. How about those Patriots? How about those Patriots? They're kicking some butt. And Chops as good as 49ers. I don't want to hear about the 49ers. I don't want to hear it.
All I can say is, of course, Harbaugh and the Ravens had to win last night. So we'll settle for the #2 seed for this week, but we're coming for Baltimore.
Yeah. It's going to be great. As far as singing, you were doing a warm-up there that Elton John. You're a big fan of Elton, huh?
Yeah, Elton, I'd say #1. Billy Joel, #2. McCartney's in there. I've learned a lot just by listening to these guys. I think I said that back in March because when you hear them live, the EQs have changed because when the audience pays to see them, you want to hear them. So they're much louder, the pianos, particularly live, than on like the recordings and stuff. So
of these. Are we back on, Mr. Santos? All right, we're back on, ladies and gentlemen. See, a little time.
Evan Massoud!
Give it up. Mr. Massoud, y'all.
What if it rained? We didn't care. She said that someday soon the sun was gonna shine. And she was right. This love of mine, my Valentine. As days and nights would pass me by, I'd tell myself that I was waiting for a sign. Then she appeared, this love of mine, my Valentine. And I will love her for life. And I will never let a day go by without remembering the reasons why. She makes me certain that I can fly, and so I do, without a care. I know that someday soon the sun is gonna shine, and she'll be there, this love of mine, my Valentine. What if it rained? Well, we didn't care. She said that someday soon the sun was gonna shine, and she was right. This love of mine, my Valentine. Thank you.
Come on back here. Come on back. All right, nothing's easy, Evan. Nothing's easy.
Too many steps, Paul.
All right, don't bother yourself.
Okay, come on over here. I think you broke the camera the last time you were over here. So we got to kind of like do one of those, take it over, you know? All right, here we go. All right, here we go. All right, come take a step this way. Yeah, okay. Shout out to Roger Brightman. He's watching here tonight. And I have friends in Fall River. They're saying, where is this? Oh, we're over here in your sister city of New Bedford, your favorite spot. So real quick, you started singing when you were a little youngster?
Yeah, pretty much. Anything that was on the radio or on tape or cassette at the time, right? Because there were no CDs. So that's about it. I mean, you know, the piano stuff came later. So that was the singing was first.
That funny Valentine, that's, you know, since it's around Valentine's Day right now, you know, that. Oh, it's not that far away. It's February. You know?
No, you're right. Well, actually, that was called My Valentine, not My Funny Valentine. It is a different song. Yeah, so that was a Paul.
That's so funny.
That's so funny. No, that was actually Paul McCartney came out with that about 10 years ago, maybe a little more than that, with a jazz standard album, which was kind of different for him, obviously, you know, being a Beatle and whatnot. So, and Wings, and so yeah, I've always liked that one. I heard it live. Actually, the first time I heard it was live, and he was doing it. And he still does it, and one of my favorites. more recent stuff. You know.
So what's in your future, right? You don't really do a lot of gigs right now. You just sing for the pleasure, but you're a guy that can get out there and, hey, hustle for a few bucks like my man Chops over here. Right? I guess I'm just saying. So, do some gigs, because you could do really well at it.
Thank you. Yeah, working on that. Haven't yet. I was actually planning to do something back in like February, March 2020, and then COVID hit and everything's been kind of different. So, but working on that. And I have a few people I'm in touch with right now too. So yeah, so we'll see what happens. But that's the plan. So
now that we're going into the holiday season, you can practice like, you better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Well, Michael Jackson used to go, so that's my thing,
Right. Hey, you gotta add something to the song.
Don't you have something like that in your act?
You gotta make it your own, you know what I mean? So yeah, absolutely.
You don't do any gasping or anything like that, right?
No, and I hope I don't hear any either from the audience.
I know you were supposed to do 2 songs, right? But can you do a third one a little bit later on? Yeah, you can dig into the arsenal and see what we got over there. All right, sounds good. All right, so he'll be back in a little while. Evan Massoud! All right. If you've been involved in an accident, which I hope you haven't, injured at work, or any other type of accident, I'm trying to, you got to segue into the commercial. You can call Dusso and Zader. You speak to Jim Dusso himself. You don't get the janitor. You talk to Jim himself, and he'll talk to you about your accident that very day. For a free consultation, call 1-800-542-4LAW or go to DussoandZader.com. If that doesn't work, call attorney Paul Santos. No, I'm just kidding. I do my own thing. Anyway, all right, it's time for the outrageous comedy. It's that time. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Cecil Sassafras.
Hey, it's great to be back. What a crowd, what a crowd. Oh, I'm doing pretty good this week, actually. I'm trying to quit smoking for about the 50th time. See, my wife and I got a deal. We only have a cigarette after sex. I got the same pack since 1975. Whoa, deep. But, the holidays are coming. And the holidays are always a different time. So I asked my wife, I said, honey, what do you want for Christmas? She said, for you to wake me up when it's over. Even when I was a kid, holidays were tough. My father didn't like the holidays. All I ever got was batteries, no toys included. And then one Christmas, he really sprung. He got me a fire hydrant costume. And then he took me to a dog show. He didn't like me at all, Except when I was born, I was ugly, very ugly. I mean, when I was born, the doctor slapped me, and then he slapped my mother. Oh, bad, very bad, But, and then he said, I'm going to take you to a freak show. And then they kicked me out. Oh, tough. Boy, I'll tell you.
Tough.
Yeah, very tough. But, my wife, she's something else. Last week, they stole her car. So I said, honey, did you see what happened? She says, no, but I got the license plate. Tough. I mean, she has a lot of accidents. She had an accident the other day. She said, I made a bad U-turn. And then when she described it to me, I said, U-turn? There's no letter like that in the alphabet. U-turn. Yeah, I'll take some stuff out of here. Yeah, right there. Okay. All right. So then after the accident, I took her to the zoo to cheer her up. And I said, honey, when you see all these animals, does this remind you of something? And she said, yeah, my in-laws. Bad. My wife, no respect, no respect at all. I mean, my wife's a very cold person. I mean, how cold? Her side of the waterbed's frozen. Very tough. But, I was saying to my doctor the other day, I got to lose weight. My doctor, Dr. Vinny Boombox, right? My doctor? Oh, yeah, he's something else, I said, doctor, how can I lose weight? He says, well, you use 500 calories when you have sex. And I says, oh, I get a test of that. Waitress in Cincinnati. I lost 500 calories, my watch, and my wallet. Too much. But these women today, I got them all figured out. I really know how to make a woman say yes. I say, am I bothering you? too much.
Cecil Sassafras. Are things really that tough for you?
Oh, things are tough all over. I'll tell you. You know, I went to a restaurant. I ordered a steak, and the steak came. The waiter came over with his thumb on the steak, and I said, "Buddy, what's the idea of the thumb on the steak?" And he said, "Well, I don't want to drop it again." Tough. Oh, I know. You know. Then I went to the bar to get a drink, and I said to the waiter, "Make me a zombie." And he said, "Too late. God beat me to it." No, it's not easy being on the road, you know? Not easy being on the road.
All right, well, great to see you. Cecil Sassafras. All right, that guy. He's crazy, that guy. He's crazy. Yeah, I understand. We heard word on the street. It's somebody's birthday here tonight. Whose birthday is it? Right over here. All right, so Evan, would you do the honors?
Happy birthday, join me. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Brianna and Justin. Happy birthday to you.
Ah, yes. No charge. Thank you very much. I'm really glad you came tonight, I'll tell you. Speaking of great entertainers, this gentleman to my left, he just sings in a lot of different locations. He always likes to say he's like Kentucky Fried Chicken. So I said, "Why are you like Kentucky Fried Chicken?" He goes, "Well, I can sing 1 piece, 2 piece, 3 piece, 4 piece." And it's true. He can sing solo. He sings as a duet, trio, sings in big bands. He sang in a 10-piece like Frank Sinatra band. He sang in his band, a Disco Dream Band. And if you ever go on YouTube, just Google Disco Dream Band or Chops Turner Band. He is a real performer. So you're going to dazzle us with something tonight, Mr. Chops? All right, ladies and gentlemen, world-class vocalist and entertainer Chops Turner. So far, we're still on.
All right. How's everybody doing? All right? Give it up for my friend right here. It sounds so good. I thought I'd put us in the Christmas spirit. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, our troubles will be out of sight. Ooh. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. From now on, our troubles will be miles away. Here we are as the olden days, happy golden days of yours. Faithful friends who are dear to us, gather near to us once more. Through the years, we all will be together, if the fates allow. Hang a shining star up on the highest bough, and have yourself a merry little Christmas now. Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Yeah.
A little Christmas spirit. And have yourself a merry little Christmas now. Thank you.
Yeah, Mr. Chops Turner. All right. Is the next song going to come on? Hey, I want you to cut the next song. Then we're going to talk to Chops a couple of minutes. A lot of people who don't know Chops. Chops is very well known here in southeastern Massachusetts. But talk about somebody that sang with some big time artists. Open for, was it the Four Tops, right?
Manhattan, Four Tops, Temptations.
That must have been awesome.
Yeah. Tavares, one of my favorite groups. Many of them, I can't think of a lot of them, but it's many of them.
So when you get to like actually open for somebody of that stature, and of course you got your own, you're of your own stature too. But I'm saying to open for someone that's well known across the country, that must be like really gratifying for you.
Very gratifying. You say, hey man, I come a long way. I got a long way to go.
Come a long way, baby.
I got a long way to go, and just work at it. Like my friend over here said, it's constant perfection every day. For me, I do it for a living. It's my career, and I love it.
All right, so what's on the agenda? He plays down, we don't like to mention other facilities, but he plays down at Tomatoes every single Saturday night down in the Cape, and we've been down there. And you just really know how to get the crowd, you know?
Well, you work at it. Something you work at. You watch the best. In order to become the best, you watch the best. Like Sinatra and all those guys. Great artists, man. Great performers.
Hey, Evan, did you know that Chops has groupies? Did you know that?
I figured.
Yeah, one night I went out to see him, and all of a sudden there's all these kids screaming and everything else. And I'm like, Chops had that. You had those kids in the palm of your hand. I'm thinking, wow, that's pretty good. You know, it's not bad.
Well, you work at that, and you hope they like what you do, especially singing the classics. You know, the classics, and they gravitate to it. You know, they gravitate to us. Good music.
You must do like Frankie Valli stuff, right? That sounds like something. It's too high pitch. Well, he does that. You're too good to be true, and you get to the end.
I mean, I know some of the stuff, yeah.
Yeah, so he's doing the thing. You're just too good to be true. All of a sudden, I see these people in front. Ah! And I'm like, wow, that's pretty good, man. World class. The guy's bringing it home. Take it home, man. I'll take it home, man. I'm telling you.
Well, you work at those things. Basically, me, I go into a place, I look at the audience, I know what to do. You know, just comes with constantly doing it. You know.
So what do you got coming up? Actually, you're playing here. You're doing a Christmas show here, right?
Yeah, doing a Christmas show here. We got a lot of big shows coming up. We got one big show coming up. Hopefully, we can't talk about it right now. A big show coming up.
Good. All right, thank you very much. Chops Turner, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Now, if you've had fire damage, water damage, damage from the neck up like Cecil over there. No, not damage from the neck up. There's a little bit of water damage on it. No, if you have a flood or something in the house or something, you can call my friend Doug Glassman at Serve Pro. And what do? They make it like it never even happened. Give them a call at Serve Pro. Okay, the very talented sportscaster extraordinaire / keyboardist extraordinaire plus singer extraordinaire. Our guest tonight's going to do another song, ladies and gentlemen, Evan Massoud.
She's a friend of mine. Take it easy, take it easy. Don't let the sound of your own wheels drive you crazy. Lighten up while you still can. Don't even try to understand. Just find a place to make your stand. Take it easy. Standing on a corner in Winslow, Arizona, such a fine sight to see. It's a girl, my lord, in a flatbed Ford, slowing down to take a look at me. Come on, baby, don't say maybe. I gotta know your sweet love is gonna save me. We may lose or we may win, though we will never be here again. So open up, I climb it in. Take it easy. Yo. My love got a world of trouble on my mind. Looking for a lover who won't blow my cover. It's so hard to find. Take it easy, take it easy. Don't let the sound of your own wheels make you crazy. Well, come on, baby. Don't say maybe. I gotta know your sweet love is gonna save me. Ooh, oh, we got it easy. We ought to take it easy. Oh, yeah. Thank you.
On, Chops? Actually, you got a few people saying hello tonight. Let's see. We mentioned Roger Brightman, so that's good. There's some guy, Waters, Chops. Let me see. What's the name here? Cleo Waters says hello to Chops. You know who that is? Yeah? All right. Chops is so well known that, you know, it could be just about anybody. Sean Fitzgerald from the Rude Boys is on tonight. He's going to be back. You know, Sean Fitzgerald from the Rude Boys, you hear him doing all that Rude Boy stuff? He can do like Engelbert Humperdinck and stuff. So I said, really? So then I said, you can do Engelbert Humperdinck? So then he went to the, so I sing you to sleep after the lovin'. You know that whole thing, right? Right in there. So much for being on key. All right, we got a few things coming up here at Pub 65. A week from tonight, Sunday night, we're going to be asking people to bring toys down here, right? For the Friends of Jack Foundation, right? So you can bring a toy. You can also make a cash donation. And we're going to have actually 10% off meals. And the Jack Daniels people are going to bring some Jack. And I understand that they're going to have some free drinks that night.
Wow.
What a way to raise money for kids.
There you go.
Have free drinks. So if you're in the area next week, please come on down to the Pub 65, 736 Ashley Boulevard here in the city of New Bedford and raise money for the kids. That would be really, really awesome. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, you think Cecil Sassafras was a little nuts? Say hello to Mr. Jim Casey. Jim, come on down, real quick. Now, while he's making his way down here, which will take a couple of minutes, I'm not sure if it's because, you know, he's older or because he had a couple drinks, but maybe I should have saved one of those commercials for right now. Actually, over the next couple of weeks, we're going to have Sharon Jensen here, great singer, and we're also going to have Sean Carney. Sean Carney. All right, come on over. Good evening, Mr. President. No, I'm just kidding. Come on over here. How you doing? Oh, no, he's taking the microphone. Hey, come on over here.
It's not mine.
Come on over. You got to get a little closer. Are you vaccinated?
I've been vaccinated, and I have more vaccination spots than I have fractures.
So you're a regular over here. Tell me about Pub 65.
Well, usually it looks a little different than this, but I love your setup. I thought I was at Saunders' funeral home. And then we got Daddy Grace standing over there. How you doing, Bishop? I see you cut your fingernails off.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I have no idea. I don't get paid for this crap. I'm retired. I've already admitted I'm retarded. And you know, he keeps coming up here.
you can't say that anymore. You have to say
Retarded?
yeah, you have to say a challenge.
My whole life, I was challenged. The only reason I survived is because I was retarded. Think about that, council. I'm glad you were representing Rittenhouse. Anyway.
If you need an attorney, you know, you're not going to believe this, but I'm actually an attorney by day. I just do this little.
I know that.
So if you ever need, you know, help or something like that, you can call me. You can actually call Jim Dusso too if you want to, but you can call me. I'll try to help you out.
Well, I want you to know that Paul did my original will. That was right after the Boer Wars. What are you laughing about? You were a witness. You guys make me laugh because you bring me up here to try to make an asshole out of me, but I want to say something. That is one talented young man.
Thank you.
Chops, I really, I don't even know what your name is.
Evan.
Evan, but what do
Evan
you
Massey.
what do you go by? Your game stage game
Oh
involved?
no, that's it. There's
Well,
no name change here.
The reason you could do better is you haven't got a name like Chops.
Oh.
Maybe you could find something good on your body that would work. How about genitals? Evan genitals. No, well, what's wrong with that? Is there something wrong? It's only it's a word in the dictionary. But I want you to know, Paul.
Let me see that microphone. Let me see the microphone. What would you like to say in closing?
I want you you brought me up here to ask me questions. Why don't you ask me a couple of questions?
All right, what do you got going on here? You actually are celebrating your high school reunion here at Pub 65.
Yes. I want y'all, please, on December 8th, Chops, God bless him. You know, I when I knew you, I loved you. I still know you. I just don't know what the hell you're doing with your life, and it bothers me. It's the probation in me.
Yeah, probation.
December 8th, here at night, the class of 65 in Bedford High School, and some of you are also part of that. You're all invited to come down because that's a Christmas party. Chops has played that before, but we're going to do a real cool thing. Paul is begging me. No.
All right, so what year you graduated in 65? That's a long time ago.
18.
candlelight. Please come home for Christmas. Please come home for Christmas. If not for Christmas, by New Year's night, friends and relations send salutations, sure as the stars shine above. Yes, this is Christmas. Yes, Christmas, my dear. The time of year to be with the one you love. Then won't you tell me you never were wrong? Christmas and New Year's, I'll find you wrong. There'll be no more sorrow, no grief and pain, 'cause I'll be happy, happy once again. Please give it up for our dancers. Oh yeah. Ooh, no more sorrow, no grief and pain, 'cause I'll be happy, happy once again. Merry Christmas, everybody. Thank you.